Now let's talk about somebody who wished they were having the ball or at least playing ball, Colin Kaepernick, who announces his decision. That was a great transition, I know. On football future, he talks about it. We know who he is, former 49ers quarterback, who at one time was the most talented quarterback we had in the NFL. Ron Jaworski said it. I was saying it. Everybody was saying it. The dude had a cannon and dude could run, right? So we haven't seen him on the football field since 2016. But he's still talking about his return to the NFL. Yeah, I said that for real. This is his quote. "I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep fighting for it because I know I can step on the field and play. Every workout, every opportunity I've had to show that, the feedback has always been positive. Everything from he's still an elite player to the workout was great. It was better than expected." Now, Kaepernick is 35 years old and he trains 5 to 6 days a week. And he says he can still throw the ball easily over 60 yards. All that said, he ain't dumb. He knows them workouts ain't been all positive, because if they were all positive, I think it would translate into action. But there's a reason why it's not translating to action. Let's talk through this. So Kaepernick was asked about the Raiders situation. We saw what happened with them and the quarterbacks that they've had and not had. And he said, look, I had my workout with the Raiders last year, even training with the guys. There's a decent amount of people who may have forgotten what I was capable of doing on the field. So any chance to be able to remind people of what I can do out there, I look forward to it and embrace. And I look forward to the day that I get to step on the field and show people what I can do. Why didn't they sign Kaepernick? I've heard a lot of excuses over the years, he said. But most of the time it ends up, oh, we're going to see how the guys that we have do. And that's like a Jared Stidham or Nick Mullins. Let's just talk through this situation because Kaepernick knows what's really going on, right? Kaepernick chose to kneel. Kaepernick chose to protest. Kaepernick knew that that will be deemed adversarial, whether he was intending that or not. Okay. So then you have all what came from that. We all lived through it. Then Kaepernick decides to sue the NFL. Okay. Now, while you're suing the NFL, you're still pursuing a job with the NFL. Interesting. Kind of say Stilly in a way, right? Suing where you work, right? And still, it worked for her. Why can't it work for Cap? Because Kaepernick took a deal from the NFL. That settlement is what no one knows. The fine print of that settlement, the I's that were dotted and the T's that were crossed in that settlement is, to me, why this is just a dog and pony show with Kaepernick since that point. This is what happens in settlements. There's an NDA with that settlement, and there will be an amount attached if you violate that settlement, which will give you enough room to give the perception that you can do what you want to do and do what you desire to do. But the reality is you're living within these tight borders and there's a lot of things you can't do. What I assume the HD, the hypothetical detective, is one of those things were you're never playing in the NFL again. One of those things were never talk bad about the NFL again. So I think right now what we're seeing is somebody who's still trying to give off the impression that I'm trying my damnness, but it just seems like they won't let me in. But in the reality, I think he already signed off. I'm not going back in. You guys tell me what you think about Kaepernick. You think he ever gonna play in the NFL again? Stop lying. Okay, you think he signed off his career with that settlement? I do. Let's see if we agree.